When she married at 17, Jamie was okay with her small-breasted figure, but after a year or so, that changed.
I started feeling self-conscious. I wasn't able to necessarily maybe wear the clothes that I wanted to wear, and I just felt self-conscious.
Jamie knew, of course, that breast augmentation was a possibility.
There was the option of having plastic surgery, which is kind of scary, thinking about doing that, but as I got a little bit older, I decided to look into it.
When she was 23, she went to a plastic surgeon's office, knowing only that he offered a free consultation.
The doctor looked at me, basically, and drew some lines on me, and that was pretty much it. I mean, I had about 5 minutes of the doctor's time.
Jamie left knowing she'd never be comfortable with that doctor, but she kept thinking about plastic surgery.
I then ended up having my son, so I can just put it off. But I was always thinking about it, for sure.
After Jamie was divorced, Steve came into her life, and he soon began hearing about her desire for a shapelier figure.
I told Steve that it was something that I was interested in doing, and he was not receptive at all. He said I was perfectly fine the way that I was.
I felt like it was dangerous. I didn't want my girlfriend at the time to go through a surgery like that.
And besides, says Steve,
I'm a small breast guy, and I always have been, and that's it. I'm happy with small breasts, and I don't need a big old breast to keep me happy.
But Jamie and Steve were married a year ago, and the issue came to a head when Jamie went shopping for a honeymoon vacation to Hawaii.
I wanted to feel good and look good, and I had a lot of trouble. I ended up buying a bathing suit that my grandma probably could have wore because I couldn't find anything that I thought was attractive on me. So I really started pushing for it after we got back from Hawaii.
Jamie, who works for the Postal Service, told Steve this was something she wanted to do for herself.
And I wanted to include him in the whole process so that he was comfortable with it too and knew that I wasn't looking to go huge. I just wanted to feel better about myself.
And this time, Steve got it.
I wanted her to be happy because she's my wife, and that's most important to me.
On the internet, Jamie looked for a board-certified plastic surgeon and found Dr. Kayser.
I started researching him and reading his little bio on the website and looking at his before and after pictures, and I was extremely impressed. They looked natural. When I looked at the pictures, they looked exactly like what I wanted my breasts to look like. I wanted them to look like they were born on my body.
And even Steve was impressed.
It was reassuring, yeah. They looked totally natural. Before and after pictures, it was kind of amazing, really.
When Jamie and Steve made the long trek from their home in Howell to Roseville to meet with the doctor, she brought a photo.
I actually took a picture from Dr. Kayser's website to him, and it was a woman about my age, about my weight, about my height, and they looked beautiful. They were perfect. And he, of course, told me, well, you're not going to look exactly like this because everybody's different, but it's proportional.
In the exam room, Jamie was at first a bit uncomfortable.
But he made me feel at ease just by being professional, by being nice.
And after he showed us all the pictures and all the stuff and answered all my questions, I felt very comfortable with him. He's a great doctor, and I would recommend him to anybody.
The office visit was on a Monday, and when they got back in the car, Jamie said,
I want to do it Friday. They had an opening for Friday, and I said, I want to go do it. And Steve said, well, then do it.
On Friday, with the surgery set for 9 a.m., Jamie was nervous but excited. A brief visit with Dr. Kayser reconfirmed the size she wanted. And by noon, Steve was driving her home. The doctor had told him,
everything went smooth, everything looks great, and, no complications.
Over the weekend, Jamie took it easy with ice and a little Vicodin to manage the discomfort. On Monday, she saw Dr. Kayser again. He said everything looked great, and she left with instructions.
Continue to wear a bra with no underwire, obviously, at all times until I came back. 4 to 6 weeks, no swimming, no hot tub.
The biggest pain was having to wear a bra 24/7, but within 2 weeks she was back at work and the healing process continued without a hitch. Today, both Jamie and Steve couldn't be more pleased.
I'm super happy. I don't even have words. I think one of the best things that I've done. For sure. It makes me feel a lot more confident, a lot more comfortable. I got to buy lots of cute clothes, which to me was important. And I love it. I absolutely love it.
They look beautiful. They really do. They look like she was born with them. So, you know, I feel good about the situation because I have a happy wife and she's over ecstatic about the whole thing. So I'm good.